all day.
Yo, what's going on? Tuesday, November 12th, 2019. Just wanted to give you the same exact video pretty much that I just gave on TikTok, but I'm going to go a little more detail for you. Just talking about practice. We're talking about practice. And yeah, we're talking about practice here. So basically, you might not have money, you might be new, you might be a kid, and I keep getting the question of like, how do I find out what to price things at? And so the short answer to that is look that stuff up. And I'm gonna put him right there since we're talking practice. Is look stuff up, right? And you don't have to actually have the ability to buy something in order to practice, right? Like you could go to the store right now and buy something and grab something and hold it in your hands that's completely out of your price range, right? Like a $1,000 item. Go to the store and look up like at Kmart or Walmart and look up like basketball hoops. Like scan the barcodes or search for them by exactly what they are. Like Spalding basketball hoop. I don't know, describe it like exactly what it is, right? And you'll see like there's differences even there. But like you're not going to actually buy that item, but you can look any item in the entire world up on eBay or Amazon, right? And see if there's a price difference. So you should just practice doing this. Like go shopping with your mom. That's the easiest way, right? If you're a kid, just tag along with your mom to the store. And while she's like doing whatever she's doing, you just go to like the shoe section or wherever and start looking things up and figure out what the sold price is for each one of those items. And then compare that sold price to the price that the store is charging. And you're just going to notice right away that there's tons of discrepancy. So now you've planted a seed in your brain to know what to buy when you do have money, right? And how am I going to get money? Well, I'm going to sell the junk from under my bed. That was a microwave. I'm going to sell the junk from under my bed, generate a little cash flow, use that cash to go out and buy the stuff that I already looked up in the store that I know sells for more online than it does in the store because I already did the work. I already did the homework. I looked it up. I already know. I can just go grab it and go, right? So right there's your answer. Practice, 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 because once you know how to look things up and figure out what the sold price online is, you know how to do this basically. So now all you need to know how to do is copy a listing. So then you like see the sold price and it's literally this easy. So the item sold for $40. Let's say it's a pair of Nike shoes and they sold for $40. You can literally just click sell one like this and it'll copy all the details of the listing, right? And then you could just put your own pictures on that listing and you know the sold price of all the last sales from the last 60 days. And you can just kind of average that out in your head or lowball, go right below all of it. But either way, I just gave you all the answers. Like basically, you can practice anytime you want. You can go out with your mother. You don't have to actually have the money to do it. You can figure out how it all works on your phone without ever making a purchase. And then you are ready for game day, right? And that's what practice is all about. You practice 5 days a week and you play 1 day a week, right? Usually, like in football, a cool sport. I guess in basketball is cool, and you don't do that in basketball because you're playing more. But you get what I'm saying, right? You practice like in any sport, you practice like 2 to 3 times more than you actually play a game. So why would flipping or life be any different than that? I don't know. To me, that's just like I kind of apply a sports mentality to this flipping game, and you could do that, or you could apply whatever mentality you wanted. I don't know if you're into like Harry Potter. I don't really have a reference for that though. But yeah, somehow you could maybe apply it to that. But when it comes to sports, practice makes perfect. And, so you practice doing this stuff, then on game day, you know exactly what you're doing. Now I got money in hand. I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't even have to worry about knowing what to do. That part's already done for me. I can just go out and dominate the game, right? And that's what the greats do. That's what the great businessmen do. They plan and think ahead. So go ahead, go to your bedroom, go under your bed, find the items there. If there's nothing there that you can look up on eBay, and I'm talking like you can look anything up on eBay, like a dirty sock you could look up on. Don't do that. That's weird. That's a whole weird niche, and I shouldn't have mentioned that. But you could look like a dirty hat up on eBay or something. I don't know. Like there's probably going to be one that's sold. It might have only sold for $1, but you'll find it out there probably. So yeah, that's the message I'm trying to give here today, is that you don't have to have the money to get started. You don't have to know what items to even look for. You can start from scratch knowing nothing and just start grabbing any old item off the shelf. Carson Wentz autographed helmet, look it up. $400 probably, right? Okay, cool. What else do we got here? Joe Montana rookie card. Okay, look that up. $100 probably. Okay, cool. I know what that sells for now. Allen Iverson bobblehead. I kept him because I like AI, but he probably sells for a little bit, and that's a 2000-2001 MVP Allen Iverson. Sometimes I come across something that I just throw on the wall for myself. Even these right here, these Eagles, what these are Eagles towels that I went to every playoff game during the Super Bowl run, and so we got the divisional round there, January 13. We got the conference championship and the Super Bowl right there from Minnesota. And so get this, when you walked in the gates at those games, they were handing those towels out. But people were just fucking stupid with them, and they were throwing them wherever. So I just gathered a bunch of them up, and I sold those Eagles towels off the ground at the Eagles NFC Championship game. And people were paying me like $10-20 a towel, and I was just picking them off the ground for free. Not really sure why that's relevant, but you could literally look that Eagles towel from the Super Bowl run up on eBay, and somebody has bought it, right? So that should probably plant the seed and give you an idea of what you can look up. Anything. There's a vacuum beyond the screen that you can't see. You could look that up. Vacuum is actually a really good hustle. You can sell a lot of vacuums. But hopefully that kind of opened your eyes to like how to practice to get good at this. And then once you practice and look everything up, now you're building a mental database on what's good and what's not good. And you know what to go back to. It's kind of like a cat, a stray cat. You feed a stray cat, he always comes back, right? Well, that's the same thing. You find a good item that feeds you, and you're going to go back to it, right? But the moral of the story there is just practice. Get as much of this practice under your belt as you can, and you'll be ready to go. Like, you'll already know everything you need to know before you've ever spent $1. If you like this video, like it, comment, figure out, or comment and figure out. That made little to no sense. But comment what you've figured out and how you are able to figure that out by way of practice. And also, maybe some other tips and methods. I'm always looking for new info. If you liked the content and you want to see more of it, subscribe to the page, because I'm always dropping a lot of that flip knowledge on you. Go check me out on TikTok, _SeanRiley_ShipFlip. On Twitter, I am @RileyEagles. On Instagram, it is ShipFlip LLC. That platform, I sell my goods on there, and I sell them. I don't have to pay a fee, so you can get a cheaper discounted rate on there if you actually like one of my items. So that's a little bit of a secret, and it's not really flooded yet. So you can buy anything you want out of any of my stores if you DM me on Instagram, and I'll actually love you more for it. But in the meantime, get out there and start flipping. Try to keep this video and wrap it up. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes perfect. And once you've done enough of that, you'll know how to do it without even really. It's like kind of riding a bike. You just know how to do it. Have a good one and keep flipping. How many times is it going to take? 1, 2.